Hello, sixth graders. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Hey, I wanted to take this time to follow up with you based off of one of our class Zooms recently on note taking. And so, a few things that I want to remind you of is one, title the course as well as the name of the lesson in your notes that you are taking. I know a lot of you have informed me that you're taking notes using paper and pen or paper and pencil. I would strongly encourage you title your notes with the title of the course and the name of the lesson. Okay, so how do I know what to include in my notes? This is kind of a big question that I keep receiving in emails as well as Schoology messaging. And so this is what I would look for with any lesson in Edgenuity. One, the title of slides. Okay, if you see the title of a slide, I would include that within your notes. Look for bolded words, words that are underlined by the instructor of that course, vocabulary terms, and because I'm a visual learner, and I know some of you are as well, drawing pictures may help you. I know it would help me. And so the other day in our class Zoom, I was asking you to practice taking notes on a lesson titled Newton's Law of Motion in our science course. And quite a few of you showed me your notes, and I was so impressed with your note taking skills. But I think there's always areas for improvement. So I just want to briefly show you what I ended up with for notes just based off of the warm up only. And so one of the first things after watching the video is I noticed the title of a slide. So I included that. How do Newton's laws describe the motion of an object? And then within the warm-up videos, it talked about exploring Newton's three laws of motions. And those are the three that you see in those three bullet points. Vocabulary terms were put out there. Terms like relate, inertia, and Newton's second, third, and first law of motions. And so I included those, as well as the definitions. And I would always encourage you to put the definitions in your own words. Other things that were mentioned within that warm-up video were forces, whether it be a balanced force or an unbalanced force or a net force. All of that information came from literally 3.5 minutes of video, okay, within the warm-up of the Newton's Laws of Motion lesson within our Science Edgenuity course. And so this is what my notes look like. Now from here, I'm not finished because the lesson continues. What I can do with these notes is I can continue to add to these notes as I continue to progress throughout that lesson. And that's what I want you to be able to do is keep adding to your notes. Once you finish with the warm-up, that's just the beginning of your notes. Personally, I like to type my notes because then I can go back and add things, and it's a lot easier than if I'm actually writing it down with a pencil or a pen on paper. But you have to work and do what's best for you. The other thing that I wanted to show you is I wanted to demonstrate how to use taking notes within Kami. There's a unique feature that I realized a few weeks ago that I just wanted to pass on to you. And so I'm going to exit out of this real quick, and I'm going to pull up our Schoology HOA course. And over to the right-hand side, I added blank assignments that are titled Social Studies Notes, Science Notes, Math Notes, and Language Arts Notes. So in this case, I'm just going to click on Science Notes because I'm working on science. I'm going to open up this assignment with Kami, and now I can utilize the Kami feature. Now, one feature that we've talked about in the past is simply utilizing a text box and typing in, okay, my notes that way, or any other additional information. Okay, and I know some of you utilize Kami when you are completing your guided notes within each of your 4 courses. But here's a feature that I found unique. In this toolbar, there's a feature called voice typing. I'm not going to click on it quite yet, but let's just say I wanted to take notes using voice typing. And so I would start again with the title of my notes, which is the course, and the name, remember, of that lesson was Newton's Law of Motion. So I can do that using Kami as well. So let me go back to Kami. So I'm going to say, click on the voice. There we go. Click on the voice typing. Science, Newton's laws of motion. Unclick it, and then it'll stop doing it. If I need to tweak it, for example, I want to capitalize the S in science, I can do that. If I want to add a semi or a colon, I can do that. And so now I just have the title. Now underneath that, I can put another text box, and then I can type, oops, I'm sorry, and then I can voice my notes and include all of my notes by simply restating what I learned in each of these lessons. And it will type it for you. So it can be as simple as that. So it's another unique way to complete notes. But the bottom line is, I do believe we all need to get better at note taking, Mr. Gardell included, and these are just an example of what the notes that I came up with for science, specifically in the lesson, Newton's Laws of Motions. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks for your time and have a fantastic day.